Hello and Happy New Year, everyone. I hope your new year is starting off blessed and right and going in your favor. I just wanted to touch bases about how God is real, first and foremost, and how He has carried me through my journey of being a single mother to three boys. Emphasis on my twins that I am going to talk about today. I just recall bringing Tony and Tommy home from the hospital. Tony was a crybaby when he was first born. He was 4 pounds 2 ounces. Tommy was 6 pounds 4 ounces and stole all the nutrients. And he still is like that to this day. He eats up everything. Well, they all do, but he really does. He still has that big old appetite. Um, I just recall, bringing them home from the hospital and doing, everything for them. They were infants, so they slept a lot, but I was always up every 2 hours or less. And of course, I had to get 2 bottles ready, change 2 diapers, give 2 baths, get double of everything. And I remember when I used to give them baths, I had 2 bathtubs for each of them. I would fill the bathtub up and put it in my room on my bed and bathe them one by one. And I would bathe one while the other one was asleep, or if he was in the crib or laying on my bed or whatever the case may be, I would feed them both at the same time. I would change them sometimes at the same time, if not whenever they needed to be changed. I was very sleep deprived. I still am. I never got any sleep after they were born. Um, that was a difficult time in my life, and I feel like it's still difficult. It's a lot of work. It was very overwhelming and stressful and depressing. Being a single mother is it's a hard job, and it's very depressing and stressful and overwhelming. And it'll take a toll on you, and it has for me, for sure. Excuse me. I remember, and I would say the most difficult time was when I had to go places, go handle business, go to the grocery store, doctor's appointments. I would literally have to, get them both dressed and have to put one in the car seat, one in the other. I would literally have one on one arm and one on the other arm. And I would bring them both downstairs because I lived in a 3-story. So the garage was on the bottom, and we had about 19 or 20 stairs outside of the house to go downstairs to the garage. So I would literally have to take both of them at the same time because I wasn't going to leave one in the house and one in the car. So I would take them both at the same time. Whether my oldest son was with us or not, he might have been at school, if anything, most of the time. And I would be alone with them. So basically, I would put them in the car seats, and I had a double stroller, so I would it would either be in the garage already or in the car. Mind you, I was driving a Chevy Aveo at the time, and that's pretty damn small. It's it was like just enough room for the four of us, barely. And I would take them, of course, to their doctor's appointments. I would literally get one out the car and then get the other one out the car, put them both on both in my arms, carry them, or I would get the stroller out and put them both in the stroller at the same time and push them. At their doctor's appointments, I would keep one twin in the car seat, and then I would take the other twin and put them on the little bed, and then I would switch them. They were pretty good babies. They would, just sleep, eat. I would have to bathe them, of course, and I remember, after feeding them, I would burp them. I would put one right here and one right here and literally burp them. I have a picture of it, together at the same time. If I wasn't holding one, I was holding the other. And I believe I had one crib because I didn't want two, even though I had two of everything else. They would sleep together, and then at one point it was getting crowded, so I had to either put one in the crib and one in my bed, or both in my bed, and they slept with me. What else? I never got no sleep. It was like when one would sleep, the other one woke up, or they were asleep at the same time and then one would wake up. They were babies. They just were, they were quiet, they were good, like I said, but it was a lot of work. It was exhausting. Of course, I dressed them alike. All their clothes matched. People would get them confused or mixed up. I got them mixed up once or twice before, as I mentioned in the other video. But being a single mom has been very challenging. This is one of the most challenging seasons and or part of my life that have been, to me, bittersweet. And I say that because, I love my kids, of course, and they're my everything. And they also have made me into the woman I am today. It's just that when you have kids, people say they're not supposed to take over your life, but mine did. And they have still to this day. I resent their father, of course, and I know that he has told me before, I can't make up for all these years and do everything you did, but I can be there. And that is true. That's a true statement. However, you can be here, but you can be here more, and you can interact more, and you can do the labor, period. Does he? No. He doesn't do none of the labor. He hasn't, except for what I told you he's done in the past videos. I mean, yeah, in the past videos. So, I resent him. I feel like and have felt like I was being punished because I just didn't understand, as me being a single mother already with my firstborn, why I had to do it again with not one but two kids. So for me, I just felt like it was punishment, like I was being punished for something, and I just never understood why. So, everybody always has opinions and has something to say, and what to do, what not to do with your kids, whatever the case may be, and how they would do it and what they would do if they were in your shoes, but nobody's in your shoes. And that's what I, you know, try to stress to everybody. Like, you're not in my shoes. Like, you can tell me what you would do, but you're not in my shoes, so you can't tell me what you would do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can, but you can't because you're not in my shoes. Like, you could say all day what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But to actually go through it and do it is two different things. And I just feel like, people have said to me, oh, well, you got a choice whether or not you want to take care of your kids or not. For me, I don't have a choice. Like, literally, yeah. Technically, I have a choice. Everybody has a choice. But if you know me and you're saying this to me, it's like irrelevant because I'm not going to not take care of my own kids. You know what I'm saying? Whether I wanted to or not. Like, I'm not going to disown my kids. I'm not going to just leave my kids high and dry like that. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is just, I hate hearing that. Of course, I could, turn to drugs and, abandon them and give them up for adoption, commit suicide, or, you know, whatever else the case may be, turn to drugs, alcohol, whatever. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not that type of person. However, don't think I haven't thought about committing suicide. Hate to say it, but that's life. I have. I've had plenty of breakdowns um, through this journey, and with my son, my oldest son. Um, my twins just made 7 December 9th of last year, and my son, my oldest, will be 15 in March on the 9th. On the 10th. So you do the math. I've been doing this. So I've had a lot of breakdowns and a lot of thoughts, negative thoughts, but I would never act on them because, one, it's a sin to kill yourself. Two, that would be selfish to my kids. And three, I'm strong enough to deal with it. Thank God. Though I've questioned myself and God a lot of times about why do I have to be so strong? Why did you give me twins? And it just was crazy to me because, when you have twins, they skip generations. And he already has 2 daughters that aren't twins. So I just used to always question God, like, why did you give me twins? Like, me? Out of everybody in the world, out of his 2 other baby mamas, why you didn't get them the twins? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already seen what I went through with my firstborn and how hard that was. And then you turn around and give me 2 more, not one, but 2 more. And then I got to go through the same thing with them and they dad not being there. Like, it just blew me. It just blew my mind. And so, I just, like I said, I would resent their dad. I would resent my firstborn's dad. I believe I resent the second one more because it's 2 kids, not one. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I could just be like, okay, Tony, go sit down, and he'll do it, and then that's it. No, then here comes Tommy, and I'm like, go sit down, Tommy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, how, that's the best way I could explain it. It's still an ongoing process with not just one but 2 kids, if you get what I'm saying. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's still a lot. Yes, they turn 7. Yes, there's different stages, but everybody says, "Oh, it'll get easier." But I don't think for me it's easier. Maybe some aspects, if that, but to me it's just different stages that the kids go through and that you deal with. So, um I just remember crying many nights, many nights, and asking God, why me? Why would you give me these kids? And then everybody, oh, it's a twin to have excuse me, it's a blessing to have twins, and you're gonna be blessed, and they gonna take care of you when they get older. And I'm just like looking around like, where's the blessing? Where Where? Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's a blessing to have kids because I was blessed to have kids. Some people can't have them. Okay, I know that. Thank you. And then it's a blessing to have twins. Okay, thank you. I didn't ask for twins, but thank you. Thank you, Lord. And then I'm just like, okay, so what's the blessing? I'm still waiting for it. And you're not supposed to question God. This I know, and I have, and I had to ask for forgiveness for that because you're not supposed to, even though I did. And I just needed understanding. I needed to understand it. And so, as a little girl, as I grew up, of course, I've been through a lot, and it's been a lot of trials and tribulations and pain. Um, Before I had my first son, I won't go into all that, but I've been through a lot. And it just seemed like it was ongoing and ongoing. And then I had my first son, and then that was painful. And I went through it. And then the twins. And it's just like ongoing process. Like it just never ends. It's like, when is the storm going to end? And then when I think it's going to end, it doesn't end. So it's just a lot. And I just, you know, I would always pray. I'm very spiritual. I believe in God. God is real. I am a child of God. I am a woman of God. And I grew up in a church when I was little, and I've been a Christian all my life. I'm not perfect. I have flaws, and I have my ways, and I try to change them, and I try to own up to my shit and be the best person that I can be for myself and for God. And I'm very honest and forward. I'm very blunt, raw, and uncut, and I don't fake nothing. I don't pretend like my life is all good and it's gold and glamour and glitz. And no, I don't portray that. I don't put that out there. If I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling sad, and you're going to see it. If I'm feeling happy and I'm happy, you're going to see it. If I'm feeling whatever I'm feeling, whatever emotion, I'm feeling, I'm going to show, you going to see it. I'm a person that wears their heart on their sleeve, which I kind of hate sometimes. And I have a few downfalls that I've noticed that I'm trying to correct and get in order. But one thing I'm not is fake. I've never been fake. I don't like fakeness. I hate the word fake. and I keep it from around me. So, what you see is what you get. And, God told me one day, he said, so basically, I used to always hear, what's your purpose in life? What do you think you're here for? What do you think God made you for? Because God made all of us and he created us, and I wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for God. Let me just state that. And I wouldn't have made it this far. Um, but I used to, I felt my calling was to help people and take care of them. I wanted to work in the medical field, be a nurse. And I felt that since I was a young girl. And so I always stuck with that. That always stuck with me. So that's what I did. I was in the medical field and I still am. So I knew that was my calling and I knew that's what I wanted to do. And when people kept asking me what my purpose was, I kept saying, purpose? Like, what do you mean? What's my purpose? Like, my purpose? And I'm just like asking myself, like, damn, what's your purpose, girl? What you here for? What does God want you to do? Excuse me. And so one day I told myself, I said, I believe it's, taking care of people and helping people. And I just always been like that. All my life I'm very nurturing. I'm a nurturing person. So it don't matter if you're my mama, my daddy, my granny, my uncle, my auntie, my cousin, my kids. It don't matter if you my friend, my best friend, foe, whoever the case may be. Anybody that I came across, anybody that knows me knows that I am very nurturing. I'm a very good person and I am a spiritual person, and I tend to see the good in everyone, and I tend to try at least to bring out their potential and help them become a better person and tell them about God and minister to them, lead them, inspire them in some way, shape, or form. And I tend to take on their hurt and pain and, pray for them, pray over them, pray with them, and fight their battles. And I just would do it for everybody that I came across. And when I was with my son's dad, my oldest son, I lost myself in that relationship because I was so focused on trying to get him to forgive me and take me back and be a dad, and I just lost myself completely. So I became all about him and neglecting myself. And you can do that, whether it's with your partner, your mother, your dad, your family, your kids, and I've done it with my kids. People say that your life shouldn't be, or they shouldn't take over your life, but my kids did. My life is their life. Their life is my life. Like, I don't even have a life. What life? So, I say that to say that I found out that my purpose was to be a healer and take care of people. And then God gave me this vision one day. And I mentioned it in my intro, but I deleted it in a few more videos because I had my hair tied up, but then I took it out because I had a headache. So it was just all over the place. So I wasn't filming the video no more. So I took it down. But I said that I had a vision from God, and he told me that he wanted me to start a YouTube channel. And he wanted me to tell the world how he is real and how he has gotten me through my trials and tribulations of being a single mother and carried me through this journey that I'm still on. And I just was like, wow, Lord, that's amazing, because I wanted to once upon a time do a tell all, write a tell all book, but I never did because I was so focused on school. So I was like, that's perfect. Yes, I'm a let them know that you are real and you have carried me through this journey of being a single mom and the trials and tribulations, and basically inspire other young women, whether they're young or old, single moms. I love that idea and I'm gonna do it. And I was just so determined and so happy and so emotional at the same time, and nervous, you know. Um, but yeah, so God gave me that vision and I brought it to life. And so this video really is, going in depth about the whole journey and the trials and tribulations and, the breakdowns and what have you. And I just want to let y'all know that I kept asking God, like, what is my purpose? Like, I know what my calling is. Purpose and calling, I believe, are the same things. Um, and I believe, and He told me I have two, which is, like I said, to be a healer. And sorry for the shaking. I'm nervous. And the phone is at a different angle. I'm holding it, so it's moving all over the place. But to be a healer and to take care of people. So my first purpose, was, the medical field. And my second is to be a mentor, a leader for God. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am Team God all day, every day, 24/7, 365 days a year in all aspects. I don't miss a day, a minute, an hour, a night, nothing. And I will always be Team God. God is real. And I'm a walking testimony of it. You better get right with God. You better give your heart to God. Let Him save you. Let Him save your soul. And trust and believe in Him. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. And that's what I've been doing. It's been a long, hectic, bittersweet journey. And I've just been asking God, like, when is the storm going to end? And it just hasn't. It's just not my time, but I just, roll with the punches and deal with it. I would like for things to be so different. I would like a lot of things to be different. But it is what it is, and this is the cards that I was dealt. And once I had the vision, everything started making sense. Like, everything started to get confirmed, and I started getting confirmation, because I would ask God, like, why would you give me twins? Me? Why would you do that? And He was like, one, because I believe, excuse me, I'm getting emotional, that you're strong enough for the job. And second, because this is your purpose. So now I know what my calling and purpose is in life. And it hasn't been easy. And I always felt like the odds were against me, and it was me against the world with my kids. Still kind of feel like that. But I'm starting to get a better understanding from God. And it's clear. Um, it's clear. So I'm here to do the work. Excuse me. I'm here to do the work, and I'm going to continue to do it. Tears and all. It's going to get done. So I'm going to end this video and just let y'all know that all the single mothers out there, there's hope. All you got to do is surrender your life to God and have faith in Him and trust Him and pray. And He's going to get you through it. I promise you. And welcome to the journey with me. Y'all have a blessed one.